Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another vlog. Yeah, it looks, judging by the comments, like I've made the internet mad at me again. You know, this is actually the second time in about 2 weeks that that's happened. The first time was when I posted my video telling SSundee that he needed to give up his Pac-Man pet and kind of warning him, this will happen if you don't, sort of thing. And the next time was today, which is when CaptainSparklez posted his episode 26 of TrollCraft called The Best Item in the Game. Now, what people were upset about there is that part of the rewards that he got was the coordinates for SSundee's base. So I've, received a lot of comments about this, as you would expect, and a lot of people, just fairly upset, again, as you would expect, and calling me various things, various names and stuff, and that's fine. We can, I can hang with that just fine. But I did want to talk briefly a little bit about that, a little bit about what goes into a show, and also I have had a lot of people ask about the rules that go into TrollCraft as well. So I kind of wanted to clarify what rules there are. So let's kind of go into each of these. So the first thing to kind of talk about there is the idea of, sending hate to a particular streamer or a particular YouTuber or someone involved, whether it's me. Crainer actually took down one of his episodes recently because he was receiving so much negativity in his comments. And, there's nothing that I can say that you guys haven't already heard, and I'm not going to ask you not to or anything like that, because you already know, right? And that's what I find interesting, and that's actually the point that I want to kind of just bring up is I find it interesting that time after time, each one of these guys in their videos posts about how this is just a show, we are just friends, we are all working, together, and it's for fun, it's to have a good time, so please don't take anything personally, please don't, do that, and yet it's still there, and I get it that it's kind of the people. I don't really get it, because it's if you're that good of a fan, if they're that big of a fan of SSundee or of Crainer or CaptainSparklez, whomever, and you want to be that big of a fan, and someone does something that is against that person, you're not being a fan. I don't know really how to explain it other than just the person that you're so indignant for is actively asking you not to be, is actively telling you, and it's not doing them a favor to go against their wishes, right? It's not that, again, using any of their names, SSundee, CaptainSparklez, Crainer, whomever, is secretly like, wow, you're my best fan because even though I said, please don't do this, you still did it, and that makes you a better fan than all the rest. Like, that's not how it works, They're asking you, please don't overreact to these things. We want to just have fun, and we want it to be friendly, and we want to just interact and enjoy ourselves. And the idea that we're just stepping outside of that and ignoring their wishes in order to be upset about things, it doesn't make sense as far as being a good fan. And I realize and fully disclaim 100% that 99% of the fans aren't this way. But there's just, those guys that it's just, they're so angry, and guys or girls, whatever, but they're just so angry, right? And it's like, bro, calm down. It's a show. But which leads into the next part, which is, it's a show, right? Now, this is a group of friends that are playing a game to entertain you guys, and they're doing it, and they're having fun together, and they're doing, they're clever, and they're amusing, and it's entertaining, and all of those things to watch them do this. But they're doing it in a way to put together the best entertainment they can for you guys so that you also enjoy the show, right? And that makes sense. At least to me, that makes total sense. But in putting together a show, that means that they're working together to create this entertainment. And that means, again, to distill that down, they're working together. Now, I'm not saying that they know exactly what's going to happen to each other, and they don't necessarily tell each other, this is what I'm going to do to you, is that okay, or anything like that, but they're making sure together and actively working in a way that promotes the show for all of them, because it's in all of their interest to have the show be at its best. And as such, it's not a matter of, there's a point system, sure, and there's a little bit of a game behind it, but really that's just a motivator to create more entertainment, to create more trolls, to create more fun. And it doesn't matter as long as the show's fun and entertaining for you guys. So that what I'm driving at is that doesn't mean that there's this genuine competition. That doesn't mean that the SSundee fans should hate the Sparkle fans, and the Sparkle fans should hate the Crainer fans, the Crainer fans should hate everybody, or any combination of those. Like, we're just trying to put together a good show. And my part in that is that they asked me to help with that. And no, I'm not playing. I'm not going to put my name on the scoreboard. I'm not trying to inject myself into the system or anything like that. Like, I recognize where I'm at, but when they ask me to do things, I'm going to do it for them, regardless of whether it upsets you guys or not, because that's what they want, and that's what they feel like is ultimately the best for the show. So, I apologize if some of the things that I do upset you or feel like that's against person A or person B, but I'm doing them based off of what is ideal for the show, as agreed by everybody. I'm not trying to favor one person or the other. I know a lot of people feel like I haven't done much to help SSundee, and probably the main reason I'd say that is he doesn't need help. Like, he is amazing. He records and uploads far less than the others, but he is right there with them. And if he wants to go and come up with an exploit and do something, then I'm not actually going to stop him. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk to him and we're not going to work out a way to make it so that there's more entertaining trolls or something when that gets taken away from him or whatever. We're just putting on a show, and I'm just part of that, and I'm just a cog in the machine, and they're like the important people. And believe me, it's not that I'm doing this because I'm jealous of SSundee or any of the other conspiracy theories. I'm just trying to help with the show, right? So that's really you're getting angry and you're sending hate mail and which, again, I don't care that much about the hate mail. Like, I find it ridiculous, but I don't personally. I can roll it off. But what I wanted to let you know is you're spending your energy being mad at someone who is acting a role. It's like writing a letter to someone who has played a villain in a movie and be like, I hate you, you're a terrible person, and I hope you die and drink bleach and kill yourself, because he acted in a role, right? I'm not this crazy psychotic person, whomever that I was in the SSundee video. We're just hamming it up. We're having a good time. We're enjoying ourselves, and we're trying to give entertainment to you guys. And so I don't understand that, really, for me personally, why it is that we feel like that's wrong to know, to think, to keep in mind, and to say. We're just trying to have fun for you guys, right? That's really, I mean, I've repeated it a million times, but if there's one thing that isn't happening, it's that these hardcore fans that are getting upset aren't having fun. They're just getting mad. And it's like, guys, why you have to be mad? I mean, but again, they've said it over and over, and I don't think that, my saying it's going to do any different. But it's just, I still want to talk about it. I still want to kind of point out, like, it's a little ridiculous, guys, that that Crainer had to take a video down that was an entertaining video. I watched it, and yeah, he did the troll wrong. But so they figured out. They do another troll. There'll be another one tomorrow. Like, it wasn't, Jordan wasn't upset about it. He just like, oh well. All right, well, would have been cool. SSundee worked around Jordan's spatial drive, and that's fine. Jordan wasn't mad about it. None of us are mad. You guys are the only ones that are mad. So it's like, just breathe. Just breathe. It's fine, and we're in it together. And I'm not abusing my powers, and I'm not doing anything to screw SSundee over or anything like that. I'm working with them to put on the show that they want, and I'm doing the things that they've asked me to, or at the very least, if I have an idea, then I've cleared it with them. They know what's going on. I know what's going on. We talk to each other every day, so just enjoy what's going on. Just enjoy the shenanigans. It's like a plea, like, just don't be mad. That's all. It's all it is. Like, seriously, just don't be mad. But along those same lines is the kind of the next point of people saying, well, what are the rules of TrollCraft? Like, who's breaking what rules? And to go back to the very first point, there aren't rules. I mean, they put some. We try not to break items, and we try to do the trolls this way or that way, and but most of the rules. Excuse me. Most of the rules are created by people who are kind of extrapolating from what they see. It's not even that it's really there. And I mean, I'm not unaware that there are some listed in descriptions and stuff like that, but generally speaking, they've just kind of all looked at each other and said, what would be the best way, guys, for us to put on a show? And they go, well, let's start a little low. Let's not destroy each other's items too much at the beginning, and then we'll just escalate and kind of go through, and we'll do stuff, and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger until we're basically nuking each other. I mean, I don't know how it's going to end, but that you got to kind of escalate to keep it interesting, and they're just working up to it. And so there are no rules other than they go out of their way to try not to spoil each other's trolls. So they have genuine reactions. They go out of their way to try and not destroy each other's inventories so that they, don't, because A, they don't want to be that person and be rude that way necessarily, but B, they don't want their own inventories destroyed too because it just come back on them, right? So it's all circular. It's all in good fun, and it's really over the last week or two. I think that the temperature of the pot kind of has boiled over a little bit with some people, and so this is just my plea on top of their pleas, on top of everybody's pleas of just, hey guys, just enjoy it, just have fun. I'm just playing a part. They're doing their thing. I love watching them. I love watching all three of their videos. They, if they watch each other's videos, I don't care. As long as they put on a good show, that's all I care about. That's all you care about. But it's just we're just trying to entertain you guys, and I've worked with these guys long enough and enough to just assure you completely and with my entire heart that the only thing they want is to just entertain you guys and have you enjoy what they do and feel that hey, good episode, and I really enjoyed this, or for them to laugh and that this was funny when you made this mistake or whatever. They love that, and I don't blame them. I've only had a few moments of that with me in my YouTube channel or on my streams, where I enjoy that same thing, and I totally get where they're coming from because I love it too. So all that they want, all that I want, all that any of us want is to entertain you, to have fun, and every time that you get upset and you yell and call someone names or something like that, it takes away from the fun for you, and it takes away from the fun for us, and then it's just negativity that doesn't need to be there. So I'm sorry to ramble, I'm sorry to go into this, and I'm sorry if you don't care, that you're still mad and you don't care what I have to say, and you want to just post all the negative words you can think of in the comments. The comments are open, and that's there for you. For me, I don't remove comments that are negative to me, even as long as it's not kill yourself or just a bunch of swear words or something like that. If you're threatening me or telling me that I should die or something over a video game, then you should probably think through some things with your own personal life or just try and calm down a little bit. But I'll go ahead and mute you on the channel. I just straight up. But it's just a negative opinion, or I don't think you should do this, or even a you suck. Usually, I'm fine with leaving that. I'm not trying to shut down any viewpoints or whatever. It's just, in my opinion, if you're the sort of person who tells someone to kill themselves over a video game, then I really don't have anything that I want to hear from you. It's just frankly it. But to kind of bring it back to what I would hope is a more positive note, everyone just wants to have fun. Everyone's just having a good time, and frankly, the series is awesome, except for when things get out of hand this way. And it's sad that Crainer had to pull a video and that things had to kind of get interrupted, and I hope that some of you, definitely not all of you, because that's just the way it is, but I hope that some of you kind of understand a little bit more of what's happening and have a better perspective of the show without it ruining your immersion, because that's the last thing I want as well, is to take you out of it. But there is more going on than just what you see in those 20-minute clips, right? So don't sweat it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a good time, and you should have a good time too. That's what you should be doing. That's what we want. So anyway, I'm gonna take off for now. I hope I see you guys in the next video. Till then, you be your best self, and I'll catch you next time.